Welcome, everyone, to the College Football Playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The College Football Playoff about to get underway. So Florida Atlantic's offense trots out there to open this game. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, because so much for this offense and his whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
First down here for this offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to... Touchdown, FAU. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Air Force Falcons offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kurt, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's got his man open downfield. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Falcons will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. And here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Fights off a defender. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid game. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Short completion there. Second down coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Good enough for first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Catch made over the middle. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the fourth quarter, really starts to wear you out.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Now they line up to kick the extra point. No problem with the PHC. The lead 14-3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense back on the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Well, Kirk, it's Florida Atlantic with the lead here. We reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Off target and incomplete.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They look to throw it here on second down. Finds his target, and it's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle is finally made, but it's down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, and they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. On the run here. Let's it go. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. This quarterback on fire today. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirby.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
They make the tackle, but let's check out what that flag on the field is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Falcons come up to the line in the hurry-up.
Boy, good tough running here by Air Force to be able to pick up the first down. It's a lot tougher to move the ball down the field when you don't have that passing game. But Air Force always shows the ability to be able to execute and pick up big yards.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. So we've reached the 2-minute warning. This offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
Right, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Throws a stiff arm. Breaks a tackle into the clear. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, FAU. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back on the field now. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Caught in the flat by the running back. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Defense is coming after him. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. They'll make an adjustment for this important play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The Falcons will send their punt team onto the field. And it's fair caught near the 40-yard line. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Took contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got
airing this one out toward the sideline. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot down.
Look at this. It's a fake. Third down attempt unsuccessful. They'll punt it away. And this is caught. Can he get to the sticks? And the returner heads out of bounds.
Wow, what a call here by the coach. And how about the arm by the up man? What an impressive throw for that first down.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Extra point try coming now. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Falcons offense is on the field now. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Falcons offense back on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a...
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage. One place.
Grab down the middle. It's Verrier. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And the Falcons will line up to kick it away.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. There's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, anytime I'm evaluating running backs, it's not just about speed and size and what he brings to the team. It's also about his toughness, yards after the contact. What kind of balance? How about that run right there? You can bet his teammates and his coaches are very proud of that effort. What a heck of a run there for a nice game.
He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up first and goal now. And now the handoff. And now the defense able to bring him down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Second and goal for the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And this one is getting ugly. And they get set now to try the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That makes the score. Florida Atlantic, 42.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner is brought down. Here comes the Air Force offense back on the field now. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. That'll be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Quick completion to the tight end. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, FAU. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
That makes the score. Florida Atlantic, 51. Air Force, 3.
He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Falcons offense is on the field now. Remember the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. Well, Kirk, it's Florida Atlantic with the lead. It's been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Check out the stats so far. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The tight end has got it. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, Offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
He's moving out of the pocket. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Trying to extend the play. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Second down, we're going to throw it. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. And they pick up the first on the ground. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
4th down.
And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down.
And that's another FAU.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And the offense just takes a knee here. Second down play coming up. And the quarterback just kneels down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And it's a kneel down.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year. They win today, and they advance to the next round.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to